We are your heroes. We are here to serve and protect you.
But that doesn't mean sacrifices won't still be made.
Who are you, Maeve?
There's no way we can restore the grid if we don't get that flash drive to the tower.
It's been a good run.
No, we are the one and only true justice.
Guess this means we're breaking up. Nazi bitch.
Welcome back, everyone. This will be my brand new Boys Season 3 trailer video. Obviously, they're making a lot of Justice League Snyder Cut jokes and a Marvel Avengers Endgame jokes, so we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, episodes are literally dropping this weekend. That's right, the first couple of episodes are dropping. I'll be doing videos for all the episodes this season, just like previous seasons. This brand new trailer is basically meant to be like a parody of the trailer for the movie that they were shooting throughout Season 2, The Dawn of the Seven, the title being a parody on Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. But the way they used that movie within the narrative of Season 2 and what's going on in Season 3, it was more of a parody of the Justice League Snyder Cut, because even Zack Snyder got in on the joke when they released this trailer a little while ago. Like they call it the Bork Cut, that's meant to be PJ Burns' director character who was shooting the movie throughout Season 2, and Zack Snyder was commenting on the post saying, oh, I can't wait to see your vision be realized. Just joking about the movie, obviously, in this fake context because it's a fake movie, in the same way that real-life directors, real-life actors were talking to him when the Justice League Snyder Cut came out back during 2021. Like, we can't wait for your vision to be realized. We're so happy about this for you. And obviously, the movie is meant to be very cheesy within universe. It's like this big marketing campaign for Vought. They're using it basically to sell their products. Like, you see all this destruction all over the city, and they're yelling about getting this flash drive to the tower. But right behind them, you see this prominent ad on the bus for A-Train soft drink, Turbo Rush, which they actually shot a fake ad for in one of the earlier trailers. Like, this is the ad for his fake soft drink, which is meant to be kind of like an in-universe version of Red Bull. And because everything that Vought does is meant to be this big marketing ploy, like they're really just trying to sell more products. That's the reason why superheroes exist. The reason Stan Edgar said that they developed Compound V, because they were more of a pharmaceutical company. They weren't a company about superheroes. None of what they did had anything to do with actually saving the world. It was just about selling more products. Back during World War II, Vought started out as a scientist for the Nazis, obviously with Stormfront. We learned about that backstory. But what happened is that he wound up defecting to the United States, and they started Vought America, but they had to decide what to do with his Compound V because it was successful. Like, they could actually create legit superheroes. Jensen Ackles' Soldier Boy is like the Americans' first example of trying to make their own superhero. But within the context of the universe, they're actually using him a little bit more like the Stormfront character in the comics back during World War II. They're saying that he actually comes from the Vietnam War era, like much more recent war, because they kind of moved the timeline up in the Boys universe. But they're calling him sort of like the prototype for everything that they turned Homelander into. Like, they used him as this big symbol for peace, and he was sort of like a work print for what a superhero could be and all the powers that they gave him. So by the time they got to Homelander, their formulation was just so much more advanced, and the way that they used him in this big marketing push as a superhero to sell more products became way more sophisticated. Obviously very insidious too. For instance, they actually just released this in-universe parody ad of a 1970s anti-drug PSA they used his Soldier Boy character for back when he was active with the Payback team.
Because your superpower is just saying no.
Obviously, the irony there is that Vought is literally a drug company, a pharmaceutical company, so all these characters, Soldier Boy, are juicing. Like, they're all taking hardcore drugs, talking to the public, saying, don't do drugs are for losers. Just meant to show you how fake what they're actually doing, what they're telling to the public actually is. So just to be clear, all the saves that they do all over the world when they're talking about sending superheroes to a city to get rid of crime, really that's just a marketing push. Like, that's all just a ploy for them to sell more products. They made a big joke about this during Season 1. In reality, all the superheroes that they give Compound V to are terrible and don't really know much about their powers at all. Even Homelander isn't totally sure about all the powers that he has. He's nearly indestructible. He's meant to be the most powerful person on the planet. Almost nothing can kill him. But I think the idea is they want to introduce the concept that Ryan could potentially kill him. Like a Superboy versus Superman thing ultimately in whatever their final season winds up being, their version of an endgame. But the other big joke with their whole Dawn of the Seven movie here, their Justice League Snyder Cut movie, is that they've reworked it and used special effects to make it look like they always planned on making Stormfront the secret villain of the movie when they didn't shoot the movie that way at all. Like they probably shot extra footage and then just used CG replacement to replace some random actor's face to make it look like Stormfront. Just further trying to capitalize on what happened during season 2, the public finding out about the truth of Stormfront and all the terrible things that she did, but them also trying to capitalize on that and save face by blaming her for literally everything bad that had happened up to that point. If it wasn't clear too, the showrunner said that Stormfront is still alive. That's one of the crazy things about the Compound V superheroes, especially the more powerful ones like Stormfront and Homelander, is that they're really hard to kill. So even though she's like the Anakin Skywalker burnt toast version after Revenge of the Sith on Mustafar, she lost her leg, she lost her arm, she's just like this crispy piece of toast. They basically put her on ice the same way that you see Jensen Ackles, Soldier Boy, basically put on ice in cryostasis all these years because Vought didn't know what to do with him. That's like their version of making someone go to ground, so to speak. Like, okay, you're becoming a bit of a problem. We don't know what to do with you. You're too powerful to control. So we're just going to put you to sleep, literally. And it sounds like Butcher, with his temporary superpowers, like he has the temporary version of Compound V that's all green, when he gets superpowers, he accidentally winds up releasing him and finding him like, wait a minute, Soldier Boy, where you been this whole time? What's going on? What's this all about? When it really looks like he's there trying to destroy this Vought lab without knowing that Soldier Boy has secretly been kept there. Even though there's this whole running storyline with Victoria Newman that seems really fascinating, like she seems kind of like a double agent in their ploy to get someone inside the White House because she is literally based on Vic, the Vice President character from the comics, who was the former Vice President of Vought. The title of the first episode is Payback, which is one of the teams from the comics. They're meant to be a big Avengers Easter egg from the Marvel comics, like literally paying someone back, revenge, the Revengers, make all the Revengers jokes that you want. But obviously they changed the storyline just a little bit for the TV show. The way they're using them on the TV show is that Payback was the team that he was on back during the 1970s. Like they have this classic 1970s looking poster with their team on it. And you see that Black Noir was actually on the team with him. So Black Noir has been around all these years just the same. It's just that it seems like he's much more willing to be Stan Edgar's puppet within the Seven. If you didn't watch that animated tie-in series that they did, The Boys Diabolical, there were a couple of short animated episodes. Only a couple of them were meant to be canon. They did a Homelander episode showing what happened to him during his early days on the Seven when he was a much younger superhero getting into this big accident. Black Noir winds up helping him out, and so they wind up being bros. That's why I think they've replaced the Black Noir comic book plot, whatever the end of their story winds up being, with the Ryan plot. But all this footage early in the trailer where he's talking to Cameron on this fake news network that Vought controls is basically like their mouthpiece for just telling the public what they want them to believe. He's promoting this movie Dawn of the Seven that they're getting ready to release in universe, talking about how he fell in love, quote unquote, with the wrong woman. Is that so bad? Like it's meant to be them addressing the repercussions of what happened at the end of season 2. There's that funny scene of him looking into the camera all crazy-like saying, I can't wait for the public to see the real me. But the actual joke is that there is no real him. He's just like this fictitious cobbled together backstory that Vought has created for the public. The really funny way that they said that they're using Jensen Ackles' Soldier Boy character too, it does seem like they gave him a huge power upgrade. Like there's this weird bomb effect that goes off when you see him lose control of his powers. You see the flashbacks where it seems like he also loses control of himself, his emotions, the same way that Homelander loses control and just goes completely crazy on everyone, just killing everything in sight. Jensen Ackles said that they're kind of using him like this really old man-out-of-time Captain America parody because he is literally a Captain America parody. He gets stuck in the ice, just like Captain America gets stuck in the ice and has to reacclimate to present day during the Avengers movie when he comes out. But he's meant to be like the douchiest version of Captain America you could possibly imagine, because the version in the comics is more like a patsy for Homelander. He's like this puppy dog type of character, and this is they're not really doing that with the Jensen Ackles character. Like they are doing the hero-gasm, probably one of the most WTF things ever committed to film, but they're not going to do the crazier stuff from the Soldier Boy Homelander plot during the comic book version of hero-gasm. So it'll be fun for people who aren't super familiar with the boys to learn about what's going on with that. It'll be fun to try and talk about without getting the video demonetized too. If I was able to do videos for Game of Thrones for 8 seasons without getting any of those demonetized, then I'll probably find a way to do a video for hero-gasm without getting that demonetized too. Make a video about something, but challenge mode. So what'll happen on Friday is I'll post my video. It'll probably be for the first 3 episodes. I believe they're dropping episodes 1 through 3, and then it'll be weekly after that, but it'll be 8 episodes total for season 3, just like it was for previous seasons. So if you have any questions about what's going on during the episodes, just write them below in the comments and I'll try to add them to my episode videos. But that video will post Friday morning, just like normal. Everyone click here for my full Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 video, Star Wars Easter eggs, and click here for my brand new Mandalorian Season 3 trailer video and Easter eggs. Thank you so much for watching, everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.